LinkedIn is a gold mine for business owners, especially the industries of CPAs, accounting firms, and fractional CFOs. Your target audience is on LinkedIn consuming content, and it's your job to get in front of them, build relationships, and drive 10 to 15 clients every single month. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. First in this video, we're going to find how to find these leads, right? Because if we're just posting, anyone's going to see your content. It's like shooting with a blindfold on, shooting a gun with a blindfold on. You're not going to hit anything. It's very, very low percentage. So we're going to make sure your content gets in front of the right people and your connection requests and your DMs get to the right people. And I'm going to show you using a few tools how to do that. So this is Claude. We're going to use Claude or any AI tool you can use. We're also going to use Clay, which is a tool for how to find the leads. And then we're also going to use, of course, LinkedIn. And we've got some other tools as well. This is the first video in a series. I'm going to go ahead and get started right now. So in here, we have a Clay system prompt, which is the instructions for how to receive the 2 AI prompts that we are going to feed into Clay to build this lead list. We also have this transcript from a call with one of my accounting firm owner clients. So this is context. This is what businesses they serve, what industries, who's the decision maker at these companies, the size of these companies, right? So it's context to share with Clay, which is the lead list building tool, who we're going to reach out to. By the way, this Clay system prompt is one of the most important things in this process. So happy to share it with you for free. Just comment Clay below and someone from my team will send it over. So anyway, get the context in here. And if you don't have context, just ask Claude to say, hey, what information do you need to be able to run this Clay system prompt? And it will give you some questions. Just answer them, and then you can go ahead and get started. So I'm going to run this. Okay, great. So now we have Claude output here. It gives us 2 prompts. We are going to find founders, co-founders, CEOs, owners, managing directors, presidents, and marketing agencies, advertising agencies, digital marketing, that type of company, right? So that's who we're going to reach out to, build relationships with, and drive as clients. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take this Sculptor prompt, and we're going to go over to Clay. If you don't have a Clay account yet, I recommend making one. It's essential for this strategy. Click New Workbook. We'll go Brad Demo for the title. Click Find People. And then we're going to go down here and paste in the Sculptor prompt and watch it work its magic. So it's got a database of 332 million people. So our job is to make that smaller because we can't reach out to, nor would it be a good idea to reach out to 332 million people. So we want to get this initial list down to about 5 to 10,000. And as you can see here, we've automatically through the Sculptor prompt, we've added specific industries, company sizes, description, keywords to include, what keywords to exclude, seniority. That's great stuff. So, but unfortunately, we're too big right now. We're about 40,000. We want to make this a little more specific. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to say, tighten up the Sculptor prompt. 40,000 leads is too many. Okay, great. So it came back with this Sculptor prompt. I've taken it and I've already plugged it into Clay, and we got 3,500 leads, which is a solid number. Anywhere really from 2 to 10,000 is a good initial list number. And so we're good to go to the next step. We'll click Continue, click New Table. All right, click Create Table here and exit out of this text box. Great, now we have a bunch of leads. We have their company name, first name, last name, job title, location, company domain, LinkedIn profile, right? For about 3,500 leads. Awesome stuff, awesome information. But we need to take it another step further because reaching out to even this many people isn't necessarily a good use of time, and it takes a while. So we need to really prioritize certain leads, and how we do that is by creating custom enrichments, which is the second part of this process. So we're going to go over here, click Add Column, click Use AI. And now we're going to go find the Claygent prompt that it provided for us. Take that, paste it in, and I'll go through, I've clicked Generate. And now while it's loading, I'm going to go through what this is doing, right? So it's enriching this data so we can create a really highly prioritized list of people. And it's taking this input, this source information that we have here, looking for a lot of different things: company type, estimated annual revenue, and a bunch of other things I'll get to in a sec. So we're going to click save, and then we're going to run for 10 rows as a test. Now this is going to take a couple minutes, so I'll pause, come back in a sec. You see it's adding all of these columns here. So it's going to go back, it's going to load all of these after scraping the internet for this information. All right, a couple minutes went by. You can see this data is starting to fill in. So let's start going through it. By the way, one little annoying thing about Clay is that it always has this lead research title on the front of what the actual value is in the column. So what you have to do is manually take out that information. So lead research summary, that does not need to be there. Let's just delete that and just go company type. So now it's accurately named, and I've done that for all the rest of them so you can see quickly. Okay. So let's go through. We have some information here. The rest will continue to load in. So what is the company type? An award-winning Chicago-based digital agency providing web design. Okay, great. So we know this information about what the company is. We also have the company's estimated annual revenue. So we can see as a proxy for, do they have money, right? Can they afford your services? If they're doing less than 100,000 or 500,000, maybe we don't want to work with them, right? So that's important. I want to pause for a sec, actually. Why are we doing this? What type of leads do we want to reach out to? We want to reach out to the leads that are at the intersection of three things. Number one, they're in industries that you serve. Number two, they have money. And number three, they have a current problem that you could solve. So when we have leads that are at the intersection of those three things, that is when LinkedIn gets really, really exciting, because we're reaching out to people that have a problem, have money, and then you can solve it. That's where the money is. That's where the clients live, right? So that's how we're going to reach out. I'm going to show you in a sec how we're going to reach out, but that's how we're finding them, is by using this video. Okay, estimated annual revenue, growth signal. Are they a growing company? Active hiring and global expansion. Great. Like these are good leads. By the way, if they're not, if we find a company that's not our target audience, we want to filter them out. We do not want to reach out to them. Okay, here's something that's really interesting. They have a current need that you could solve. Are they currently hiring for a finance role? Most of these companies aren't, but some of them might be hiring. So commercial financial analyst. Okay, that's great. Senior accountant finance. Vice president finance, right? So this is a great signal, actually. If they're actively hiring for someone in their finance department, that might be a place where you could step in and solve that problem for them. So maybe it's not exactly what you do for maybe a commercial financial analyst. Maybe you can't step in and solve that problem. But these are good signals, right? If they're currently hiring, they're growing, and they have a problem basically that they want to solve in their finance department. If there's none found, that's not necessarily meaning that they don't need your services. It just they haven't listed a job on LinkedIn basically in the last 90 days for a relevant position. Okay, in-house finance. Do they have a dedicated CFO? No, this company doesn't. No dedicated CFO, controller, or head of finance is visible on the Orbit Media team pages. So that's good information as well. If they do have an in-house finance team, they might not be the best target to lead to target, so we will filter them out. These two columns here are very interesting for our next step, which is using this information on LinkedIn. Are they active? If they have posts in the last 30 days, if they're somewhat active, that means we have the ability to not only DM them, but we can also comment on their posts, which warms them up. It builds the relationship with them. It's not a cold DM anymore if we're able to comment on their posts. It does take a lot of work. It does take a lot of time, but the rewards are substantial if you're able to invest that time in commenting and warming leads like that. So we have a LinkedIn activity level here, and then the last column is an overall ICP fit score. ICP stands for Ideal Client Profile. So is Andy an ICP? He's a owner-operated, service-oriented digital agency. It's led by co-founder, CMO, has money, headcount of 50 and revenue band of 10 to 25 million, indicate ability to afford services. Current need. No visible in-house finance leader suggests opportunity for fractional CFO services. Grade A. Rationale, strong fit due to high revenue, significant headcount, and lack of internal finance leadership, right? So we're going to get this information we have it for 10, but once we really understand and determine that these filters, these columns are what we want to search for, we're going to blow this up. We're going to go to 300, see that cohort, and then if that works, if we're having good success with the next step, which is actually using this information on LinkedIn, we're going to blow it up to several hundred and several thousand, right? So that's it for this video. If you want that Clay system prompt, which is absolutely crucial to running this process, just comment Clay below and someone from my team will send it over. And the next video will be, how do I actually use this information on LinkedIn? How do I start reaching out to these people? So we're going to use a tool to automate connection request sending, so you don't have to manually continue pressing connection requests on LinkedIn. It's going to automate that, and it's a really important next step. So stay tuned for that video, and we'll get that going.